Ben Busha is 23 years old. He did 45 deals last year and is pacing to do 60 to 70 in 2026. No cold calling, no direct mail. His entire deal flow is built around creating great relationships with agents, and he's averaging $35,000 in profit per wholesale deal. In this episode, he breaks down exactly how he built that model from scratch. Welcome to the new DealMachine podcast channel. We're here to show you what's working in real estate, so be sure to subscribe.
Welcome to the DealMachine podcast. We try to aim to bring people the knowledge about what's working with direct-to-seller marketing today. So we got Ben Busha, right? Did I say your name correctly?
Yeah, Ben Busha, yeah.
Ben Busha, where are you from?
We're out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Raised an hour north of Milwaukee, started up there. But yeah, we're buying all southeast Wisconsin, probably an hour radius.
Tell us the type of deals that you guys do and how many you're doing. You said you started when you were 16, so I mean, this is remarkable.
Yeah, I got into it pretty young, just kind of learning more like the operational side, helping some local operators where I'm from. And then, I just jumped into it, kind of took the risk on when I was 18, started marketing, doing some direct-to-seller stuff, trying it. But actually, our business is more focused on direct-to-agent. We do a lot of B2B business, a lot of off-market acquisition through agents and other B2B relationships. So that's where we're more focused.
How does that work?
Basically, the model is building relationships and getting repeat deals through B2B partners. So how that looks is targeted outbound to local real estate agents or local channel partners like wholesalers, senior moving companies, other local companies, and just telling them our product, we're a cash offer, we're here to buy, and then we buy the property and we sell it.
What is like the total number of deals that you maybe did last year, just so people can understand?
Last year we did 45 deals.
Nice.
Around 30% of those were wholesale, and the rest were either a wholetail or fix and flip.
All right. What's the difference between a wholesale and a wholetail?
Main difference is the liability, right? I mean, on a wholesale, you're getting out of the transaction day one or in the same transaction, and a wholetail, it's kind of like you're trading it like a stock. You're buying it and then you're selling it right away. You may make some improvements like cleaning it or washing out.
So how do you decide which of the deals you want to do, like the wholesale strategy versus wholesale?
To be honest, as we built up our buying power, kind of had a better cushion to take more deals down ourselves, better operational structure. I mean, we're in a great market. We're blessed to be in a great market where it's very low days on market. The market does pay the best at the end of the day, and if you can get your cost structure down, I mean, that's where we're doing a lot of our deals, just wholesale, mainly profitability standpoint.
So how do you end up telling the agents, hey, we could sell these deals, instead of the agent themselves trying to list it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time it's agents coming to us after we seed a relationship or a contact. So they'll come to us, 1 or 2 months down the road after we made an initial contact and be like, hey, I got this person. They really need to get rid of this property. They inherited it. There's a lot of junk in the house. How can you help? And, how can we work together? So we'd basically buy the property with them, tell them here's where we got to be, and we're underwriting all of our deals to sell it with them on the back end. Like, that's our first exit. We want to do repeat business.
Okay, so the agent, they'll actually be the ones selling it after you do like a little cleanup, a little repairs in the wholesale strategy.
Yep, that's the wholesale strategy. Yep, and then I mean we still do get some trickle in direct to seller, whether it's through referrals or some previous marketing we've done that just kind of have come back to us. So those, I mean, optimally, we are trying to wholesale those for cash flow and just better liquidity. But yeah, most of the time it's, hey, Mr. Agent, you got this seller you're working with. Like, we're going to buy it with you. We're going to make it beautiful, or we're just going to position it ready for the market. And then you get to sell it with us when it's all done.
Got it.
That's kind of our bread and butter. And it's how we're able to, do 3 deals a quarter with the single agent and do repeat business.
So a typical wholesale deal might be, like $20,000 commission or something like that, or assignment fee. On the wholesale deals, I'm guessing you're maybe making a little more since you're taking more risk, right? To actually buy it and clean it up, et cetera.
Yeah, our wholesale deals, I mean, our wholesale deals are still pretty up there. I mean, what we really enjoy about our model is we're not competing on a lot of situations, right? When you're doing a lot of other channels, I mean, sometimes you may run into other competition, sometimes you won't. Our wholesales, I mean, we're targeting like 25 to 30 on a wholesale, and then our wholesales, we're typically seeing a 1.5 month hold around like it's a 35,000 average profit on the wholesale
And that's
side.
after the agent actually makes commission on the sale and
Correct, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Both sides.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we optimally try to position it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a balance sheet business, right? So we gotta, if we catch a snag, I mean, you're gonna buy some bad apples if you go apple shopping a lot. So you're gonna, end up with some stinkers, and then we reposition it to, take care of that.
When you say it's a balance sheet business, can you explain what you mean by that as opposed to some other type of business?
Wholesaling versus when you're a direct buyer, right, or a volume-based buyer. Wholesaling, I mean, if you're doing it right ethically, I mean, the only real risk is your EMD, right? You're putting up, 2 to 5K deposits and saying, hey, I'm going to buy this property. And if you don't perform, then you lose the deposit. When you're buying at volume, you're taking on leverage, you're taking out debt, you're personally guaranteeing the debt, you're sinking costs, and there's a lot of risk that comes with that. Contractors can scam you. Holding times can go way longer than projected. So you have to manage the balance sheet or the whole portfolio as one in order to, I guess, meet your targets or, have it perform.
Have you done anything in business outside of this? I mean, I guess not, because you started when you were 16, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was working with a credit union actually, like right out of college or right out of high school.
Okay.
Right when I was 18, I was very lucky to get like a corporate job there, and I guess I learned, what does corporate structure look like? What does running a team look like? And ultimately, like, what not to do. I mean, in large corporations, there's a lot of waste, and there's a lot of things that, they don't really keep an eye on the ball. So it taught me how to be lean, how to cut fat, and how to really structure a business for growth. And yeah.
And what did you do as a first deal? How did you get into this?
Yeah, my first deal, I mean, we were trying everything. I actually learned from a Collective Genius member. He was doing a similar model at the time in like 2021, I believe, in Phoenix. And it was the agent model. So I was dead broke at the time. And I had bought a duplex. I put all my money on a credit card to renovate this duplex. And I bought a software to text blast agents. And I got my first deal through that. And it was a deal an hour away. I never saw it. Never looked at it. I offered based on pictures, and I was able to assign out of that deal with the agent, still involved. I was able to assign out of that for a $35K profit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, without ever seeing it. So that was like my first real taste of...
What were you saying to the agents?
It was a basically text blast campaign to book a call with me. Agents, for some reason, think they shouldn't answer the phone when someone calls them. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna text you and I'm gonna say, hey, I'm an interested buyer. Like, can we get on the phone? So I would just be running appointments all day and taking calls and, just seeding the conversation of like, hey, I'm a buyer. I'm here in your local market. Like, let's buy some deals together.
Got it. So how many text messages or days of that did you, do before you found an agent that gave you a deal?
Yeah, from start, I started April 20th. I remember it was 4/20. I started on April 20th. And then my first deal I closed out was August.
Okay.
So we were running texts every day. I wouldn't recommend it today. It's not a good model, but that was what we were working at the time. And yeah, we were able to get a solid deal off that.
Why wouldn't you recommend it today?
You don't want to play a direct-to-seller game and a B2B game, right? It's two different business models. Our game is LTV. We want agents to do multiple deals with us. We don't want to spam them. We want a genuine relationship, and we want heavy branding. And sometimes when you're trying to cast a wide net and you're doing very large outbound, the messaging doesn't really align with that. So we do more of a nicer branded approach. We want to work with you multiple times.
What does that look like then?
Yeah, so it looks like I'm calling the agent and saying, hey, I'm Ben, I'm in your local market. If it's a first contact, we're bringing up people in their office that we've done deals with. We're showing them deals that they can look up on the MLS. We send them a packet of how we work, and we also send them, here's who we worked with, right? We have a Google My Business with like 60 reviews of brokers and agents that they know in our local market, and we're, basically seeding hey, we are serious buyers. We operate here. We're locally here. We know this market well, and the most important thing is when they do reach out, when they do have something, like, we're responding to them immediately. Like, we are on it, and we have like a saber-tooth policy of when a deal comes in that is eligible to be purchased, we're sinking our teeth in and we're riding it until it closes.
So instead of like mass text, you're saying you actually pick up the phone and call And instead of texting all agents, because a lot of agents don't have a lot of listing history or volume, you maybe select individual agents, like a smaller number of agents, and you have like a more deep like outreach.
Yeah. So we basically took the data from our market, from our MLS, and we tiered our agents in a local market. So here are tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s. These are the people doing high business. This is why they're tier 1, because they're a broker and they're doing deals. But on zip codes we want to play in, and each of us inside of our business, we have account pools. These are the agents that we're responsible for getting deals from. And sometimes we shift based on like our personalities or who we better connect with. And it just works very well because, we can close deals over Messenger, right? We can close deals over text without really having to see it and doing repeat business, and it just works a lot better.
When you did your first deal like this, like how did you know what to do once the agent brought you a deal?
I had no clue what I was doing when I got my first deal. But I mean, YouTube University is a real thing. Like you can learn so much off YouTube, paying for mentorship, basically asking every single question every step of the way to the CG member, John Kleisch. He was in Phoenix.
Shout out John.
Yeah, shout out John. Shout out Danny Benjamin. They helped me really get started, and they answered every question. And
so what did you do? Walk us through the steps that you did do once you got the deal from the agent.
So I got the deal locked up.
So did this agent have it listed, or was this just like a pocket listing and they're like, we can't list this, it's not good?
Yeah, I had called the agent a month earlier and said, here's what I'm looking to buy, here's why I'm buying it, this is my goal. And she reached out to me the month later and said, hey, I actually do have this one coming up. Pretty clap property, it's a duplex. You can see from the second floor to the first floor, there's a hole in the floor. I'm like, perfect, like let's lock this up. So I take a walk. I was still working a full-time job at the time, and I take a walk and I basically lock it up over the phone for a price that, I didn't really know if it worked at the time. And I started just pounding the Facebook groups of local buyers.
Yeah, okay. Just like say, this is a particular deal that I have.
Yep.
You show a picture.
Yep, I had the pictures lined up. I had all the information. I had the price, the square footage, the year built, the city that it's in.
Did you even share the address?
Not initially. I didn't share the address initially.
Yeah.
I qualified the buyer before I shared the address. Basically, I got lowballed. I probably got 20 total offers. I was going hard. It was my first deal that I got under contract, and every investor buyer lowballed me, except for this one guy who came in $40K over everyone else. I'm like, oh, like perfect. He said he was ready to move on it. And I drove down probably an hour and a half, got it locked up in person at a Culver's, met him for the first time. And we still do heavy business with this gentleman today. And that's how I was able to get my first one.
So you didn't have to renegotiate your initial offer?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No.
Everyone else was just lowballing, but he...
Yeah, he came in. He owned some properties nearby. Looking back on it, very targeted. Like if I took a targeted approach of like who's owning nearby, who's kind of playing in this zip code, I probably could have sold it to him like way sooner.
Okay.
If I just would have paid attention or knew what I was doing.
Yeah, again, like more targeting that outreach rather than just pounding the Facebook groups, which do have a lot of people who aren't really probably cash buyers anyway.
Yeah.
They're probably other wholesalers, right? So they're trying to just get a deal, and so that was, Yeah,
I mean, I think people really underestimate on the disposition side of the business, like you need targeting, and you also need like relationships. Mm-hmm. Like we're able to move deals right now through past relationships or people that know us, that we do real, good business. We can move deals over text, and I can get answers like in an hour. Like that's how you really move deals, I feel like, in today's age, when it's not so much of you can sell a doghouse for a $60K assignment.
How did you come up with that original price on the first deal?
I mean, I priced it based on gut, I think. It was my first one. I didn't really know what I was doing.
Explain what you think your gut was walking you through. Like, what did you take a look at to say, I think this is a good price?
Yeah, I mean, I looked at all the available softwares like Zillow. I looked at the recent ones sold by. I looked back a year back.
Okay.
And here,
what kind of price range were you seeing? Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, it was fluctuating from 100 to 150. And I looked at the condition of the property. These are the ones that were comparable conditions. So I said, okay, let's assign the price of 120.
You found other properties with a hole in the floor?
No, not necessarily, but other properties that were beat up or as is condition.
What was the price? What do you remember the price being? You didn't look at the after repair value at all?
No, I didn't, because
Really?
it was a duplex. It was an investment property, and I guess I underwrote it more off cash flow.
Okay.
My first deal, this was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was a little rusty, but yeah, I was just starting out, trying to find how to really work the system.
Because usually with a property with a hole in the floor, you can't really find pictures of other properties that sold
No.
with holes in the floor, right?
No.
Or like just, so I think that's kind of what I'm like digging in. I'm like, how did you know? How did you really see that? Because typically how I would do it is like ARV and then subtract all the repair costs to get it to that point.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, now we have MLS access, and it's upgraded our underwriting ability tremendously. I mean, we're able to see photos and exact details in other softwares that we utilize. But yeah, at the time, I was going on buyer feedback as well. Like, what does the market tell me what this should be priced at? And I finally got one in that I thought it was appropriate.
Yeah, but you didn't get the buyer feedback until you had a price, right?
Exactly, right.
And then you started
So you
to
shop it out
market it.
Yes. Yep.
I think a lot of people do that, and then it's too high of a price.
Yes.
And then that's how wholesalers get a bad name. Mm-hmm. So what would you recommend to somebody who's new getting their first deal so that they don't do that, right?
Yeah.
So they don't lock it up too high.
Based on your business model, if you're operating in a certain market or markets, like, find a couple people you can build relationships with and bounce deals off that you can trust, like really get to know them, trust them. Like, don't underestimate the relationship side of the business, because these people can help you a tremendous way, especially if it's your first deal. Like, they're going to give you all the feedback and things you need, because at the end of the day, they're there to transact with you. They want your deals. So really bounce ideas off them, gauge pricing based on the area, ask specifics to, hey, how does this zip code look if I send you a deal here? And from there, you're going to get all the feedback you need and to be able to operate and sell in that market. Don't let them strong arm you, or get a wide range of feedback so it's accurate. Don't just listen to one source, because it's going to be pretty volatile.
So from day one, you were actually agent focused, and today you're still agent focused.
Yes, we are still extremely agent focused, B2B focused, expanding more into our local market, and building business that way. And like I said, it's a LTV game. I'd rather do 4 deals with one person than 1 deal with one. Mm-hmm. That's not to say, direct-to-seller is extremely valuable, and that's how you scale a huge company. Something we're kind of working on right now.
Or you're going to add that?
Yeah, but I think if you look at it, a B2B home buying model, like, there's really no cost of marketing outside of your time and effort. Mm-hmm. Like, the cost is absorbed in softwares or dialers to help you perform better. But, if you can save 25% like operating expense off marketing, that goes directly to your profit, and you can start building larger operation, hiring more people, doing more deals, getting your cost structure down, investing in other areas, and it's just helped us tremendously. I think it's awesome. A great foundation to have at least some side of a B2B, deal engine inside your business.
So how long have you been in business?
4 years.
Got it. Yeah. So you're 22 now?
I turned 23 Thursday.
Wow.
This Thursday, yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
What are you doing for your birthday?
They were supposed to surprise me, but we didn't. I don't know. I got one birthday gift this year. It was an espresso maker. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. I love coffee. So tell us about your team, right? We got 2 of them over here.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
I have a partner, Dylan. He's been with me for 2 years now. He actually worked with Ryan Pineda out in Las Vegas. So
awesome.
He was able to bring in a lot of operational knowledge, like a high ceiling for like what does a huge operation look like, right? Because Ryan's investing in all different areas. And yeah, when Dylan joined, we were able to take it. I think I had done like 7 deals to date at the time. Our first year in business together, we did like 15. Then the next year, it was, we did 45. And this year, we're pacing anywhere from 60 to 70. So, and then we have Elle here. Elle just joined us. Elle is a longtime friend, and he's kind of a business relationship manager, bringing in more acquisitions, bringing in more deal flow.
With the agents.
Yes, exactly, with the agents, yeah. There is a super high ceiling with agents, right? Because not a lot of people are going that route, It's almost like blue ocean.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people. Is there anyone else in your market that you're aware of, really, that's really...
Yeah, there's like those franchises, like New Western or Net Worth Realty, right?
Yeah.
Where they're not actually like, they're not buying it though, right? So it's an easy objection handle. It's an easy, hey,
because they're only doing
wholesales or double close.
Gotcha.
Or their pitch is like, hey, you know, we're going to blast it out and there's going to be huge walkthroughs. Like, we're not doing that. We're putting EMD down. We're saying we're going to buy it, and then we close on that date 10 days later with our capital, and we're, you know, running and gunning and just buying deals.
Got it.
We don't have the time for inspections or anything like that.
It's a good point, though. On your first one, though, you probably didn't have the money to put the EMD down and buy it,
No.
right? So how did you do that one again?
On that one, I called my brother.
Okay.
My brother put the EMD down for me, yeah.
Oh, so you did take it down?
The first one? The
Yeah.
first one I wholesaled.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I didn't understand flipping. I was looking to get a wholesale. I kept telling myself, I need to get to my first 10K. Like, I just need 10K in my business bank account, and I know exactly what I need to do to blow this up. I know what VAs I need to hire. I know what systems I need. I know the targets I need, because I was studying very hard. I was paying for mentorship, watching a lot of YouTube, and just like really like dedicating it. And
Who did you pay for mentorship?
John and Danny tried to get me they wanted 30K from me. And at the time, I was literally donating plasma to afford my SMS software.
You were donating your own plasma, dude? That's crazy.
It was.
How much can you make for that?
It was like one of those promotion things where it's like they're vampires, right? They just want your blood. I think I made like $700 in a month off it.
Dang, that's pretty good.
Yeah. I know.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I was doing that, and
Dude, that's crazy.
I know.
I did not expect you to say that.
I was studying Chandler Sane and Gino Palumba. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
They're also CG members. Yeah, I was studying them hard, but they're hard in direct-to-seller. So I basically kind of took their operational philosophy, put it on direct-to-agent, and then I was also learning from John and Danny on how to run these deals. Because, yeah, I mean, just getting around people, you know, Danny and John told me that, you know, at December one year, I mean, they made like $500,000 off direct-to-agent. And I'm an 18-year-old kid making $20 an hour, floating bills, like $500,000 in 1 month. I'm all in. Like, let's go do it, you know? So.
Have you ever had any things that were harder about it than you thought?
Yeah, I think, you know, the B2B model, or when you are taking title to properties especially, you know, there's cash flow volatility, and you have to be creative, and, you know, stuff isn't going to pan out as it should. I think in 2025 last year, I mean, we had 2 major write-downs. We had a 100K loss. We had a 70K loss.
What is a major write-down?
A write-down is like, you know, we took a heavy hit to our balance sheet. We lost 100K on a flip. We lost 70K on a flip. But those were properties we bought in 2024 when we weren't operationally sound. We weren't good operators, right? That's on us. Like, they were great deals. We could have exited them for 30 to 40K assignments, but we didn't know what we were doing at the time. We were just buying everything and, you know, getting scammed by contractors and not running the business the right way.
What do you know now that you wish you would have known back then?
The biggest thing is, like, aim for repeat business, like, do good by people. Like I said, like, it's so much easier to do business when I can count on my account pool or count on my relationships to bring me deals daily. And, you know, I just got to do right by them and say what I'm going to do. And then secondly is just, like, be wary of, especially if you're taking title, like, really treat it like an investment, treat it as a portfolio that you're managing, and, like, don't get scammed. It's basically the name of the game.
How do you make sure you don't get scammed by a contractor, for example? Or it's not even scamming, I don't think. I think they just get busy, or they have another job that pays them more, so they take that and leave yours, right?
Yeah, or, you know, I mean, the big part of it with contractors is, like, where is your cash flow at with them? Are you overpaying based on progress, or are you underpaying? So, I mean, we have a management system in place. We have a dedicated team overseas that manages our construction process and our accounts.
You have a team overseas that manages your construction process?
Yeah, we have an offshore team. So our operation runs very lean here, U.S. side, and then we have a physical office in Pakistan where we have around 20 people. About 7 of those are strictly for our team, and then others are for other home buyers or
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like you mean you sell their time to other companies?
Yeah, it's like more technical and software and like operational stuff for other home buyers.
But okay, they're your employees, but
Correct.
you sell their services to others.
Correct. Yeah, we built it. So when I was building this business, I got connected with the guy there, Faizan, who huge, startup nerd. Like he somehow knows Y Combinator, and he's living in Pakistan. And I just built the business with him over the 4 years. Mm-hmm. Great guy, and we just started hiring. He's very intelligent, and yeah, we have once we switched to a physical location, this is the thing I learned about offshoring too. Like switching to a physical location, so much more productivity, so much more production. Like I will not do remote anymore.
Rather than VAs that are in different locations altogether.
Different locations and remote. Because we've thrown Dylan and I. We've thrown everything at the wall. Like we had VAs in Venezuela cold calling realtors for us, which did bring us deals. We got decent amount of deals from that. But yeah, just having the operational control of an in-person setting, strict management time, people are clocking in on time. We know people are seated there. Like it's just helped so much because I can at any point in any deal cycle, I know exactly a GL down to the material spend like this every single day. It's updated. I know where stuff's moving. I know my days per 1,000 in construction. Like all the KPIs I can just get access to like that.
What's a GL?
General ledger.
And what would that be for somebody?
So yeah, if you're flipping property and you're renovating property, you have your contractor spend and you have your material spend. So a ledger for a property would be basically a list of all the transactions over the course of that property cycle of, hey, this is what we paid contractors and this is what we paid the contractors for, right? And then you have your material side where this is what, the material spend outlaid for the whole deal cycle. And like the biggest thing in real estate is like knowing your numbers. Mm-hmm. Like you need to know exactly how much you spent on the deal, where you're at, what your cost is to acquire it, what other upfront costs you're paying to acquire it, and what you're selling it for and what you have into it.
Got it.
It's just a big math game. It's heavy arithmetic, really.
So you get the same contractors to do all of your deals? You have a lot of deals going on, so you probably have multiple contractors, right? So how do you get them to report, that you have them do a line item estimate and the guy in Pakistan puts it in the spreadsheet? And then how often do you make them, report progress on that?
Yeah, so up front, and it's also why I think when you take title to properties and you have a construction management process in place, that's where you win. All the outflows are happening on the construction side. So if I do good on my management, I can shave off, 10 grand a deal. And that capitalized over, 40 or 50 deals a year, that's huge margin. So on the front end, we're basically negotiating heavy with the contractor, meeting our terms, and we're saying we need to be at this price, change orders, we're gonna be really strict on. We're line iteming everything to a T, and we're putting cost against it, and we're only paying on progress.
Got it.
So, and then how we structure that is we have different pods of contractors that are assigned to each house. Some pods can take on 2 houses at once because they got 10 guys. And we're just moving them from house to house. And then we're assigning, we have electricians, MEPs, plumbers, HVAC that follow all of our properties and do it like that. And we're able to turn properties very quickly that way.
Yeah, and speed is the name of the game.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's a deal in the last 90 days that taught you something?
Well, this was a fun deal. It's really not our bread and butter, but we bought a deal. It was listed on the MLS for $290. It was listed for 13 days. We bought it at $215 because we recognize there's motivation there. These people inherited it. They just want to be done with it. $215 in 10 days.
How did you find the deal and realize there was motivation there so quickly, right? That would just blend into recent listings, I would think.
Yeah, and the agent that was inside that office that knew about the listing heard about it in their team meeting. So we had a seated relationship with this agent that said, hey, I know about this one. It's listed, but the buyer's backing out and they just want to be done with it. What would you offer? Is it listed at $290? I said $215. Let's, I think we can make it work. Mm-hmm. And nothing was wrong with the house. It was great condition, absolutely nothing. Bought it at $215, and we listed it the next day at $290, and it was under contract the next day at 305.
What?
Yeah.
How come that didn't come through for them when they listed it? They just had a buyer that...
They had a buyer back out and they just want to be done with it.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a very, like...
So they really provided the speed and convenience.
Exactly.
And they provided you a good price. It's like the perfect example of that.
And when I say what I learned from that, I learned that, like, the motivation is the factor. Like, the motivation is, you know, like, you got to track these deals, like, absolute saber-tooth policy. If there's motivation, like, you do not let that deal go until it's closed and bought with someone else. Like, absolutely sink your teeth into it, follow it until it dies. Like, because people will come around and, like, there's motivation.
Man, that's a great one to end on, I think.
Yeah.
What an amazing lesson, right?
Yeah.
You listed it for the same exact price that they did. You listed it for one day and got it under contract for higher than what you listed.
And everyone was like, why is it, what happened? Like, it was just listed. And we're like, I don't know, we just bought it and sold it. We're an investment company.
Yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, no, that was a cool one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think earlier you said you did 45 deals last year and you're trying to move it to 60 this coming year.
We'll hit 60 this year.
So besides the Pakistan guys, the team you've got with you here, who else you bringing along on that? Like what does the team look like?
So US side, it's me, two other guys, Dylan and L. And then we have an amazing transaction coordinator, Maria.
Is that like a full-time person, or you just pay per transaction to somebody?
We pay per transaction.
So she's not like an employee, but she's
but
getting all the
I know
leads.
for a fact we're her favorite client.
Nice.
I make her say. Yeah, she's great. She works with us on every deal. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, like bringing in a TC, if you're doing anything any more than like literally like 2 deals a month, even one, honestly, like if you're paying per file.
There's just so many emails back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Just to get people all on the same page with the title company and stuff.
Yeah, looking back on it, I'm like, why did I not bring one in earlier?
Yeah.
TCs are great. So we have her, and then we have a Pakistan team that runs our operations, tech, finance, AP, like all that. And we're able to just operate and focus on the important thing of bringing in deals, putting the deals inside the system, and then the system just generates the money.
Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I guess for me, is there any data stuff that you would be helpful for you, right? Any type of hard to get data that you haven't been able to find yet?
Not necessarily. Do you guys do anything with agent data?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you do with agent data?
I could show you all the agents in an area and show you the number of listings they've had in the last year. Yeah. And then you could get their phones and emails.
No, that's huge. I think, if people have access to that, like that is huge gold and opportunity to operationalize that. I think that's a great product, and not a lot of people offer that.
Yeah, not a lot of people know about it too. DealMachine has a lot of features like that. Yeah. That's why I always ask, because half the time it's something that we do have, but people just didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else?
No, not really.
All right, man. Thank you, dude.
Thanks.
Congrats on all the success at such a young age to you and everybody. It's really remarkable. I always say, what would you pass on to the younger generation? You are still the younger generation.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the DealMachine Real Estate Investing Podcast. Please leave us a review and follow along wherever you're listening to your podcast.